alaikum. In this video, we will explain Chapter 6, Computer Networks and Internet. This chapter is divided into multiple parts. Each part is talking about a specific concept. In this presentation, we will cover computer network, its types, benefits and risks of network, what do we mean by the Internet, the brief history, jargons associated with the Internet, the web, how we can browse it, browsing tools, search engine, fundamentals of an electronic email or electronic mail, creating, reading, sending, replying and forwarding email messages, creating the address list, adding, deleting, updating mails, managing inbox, security issues, how computers are used in different areas, risks to personal and organizational data, the Omani legislation law, and what do we mean by information technology. Now let us start first with the computer network. What do we mean by computer network? Whenever we connect two computers or more together, this concept we call it a computer network. So a computer network is simply two or more computers connected together so that they can share some resources, just like sharing files, sharing drivers, sharing printers, and so on. A small network can be as simple as two computers linked together by either single cable or by our wireless connection. We can divide network into many types depending on a specific property. Here in this section we will divide network into three types depending on the physical area. So we have LAN, which is local area network. We have WAN, which is wide area network. And we have MAN, which is metropolitan area network. Now, what do we mean by LAN? LAN is local area network. Connect networking devices within short span of area, just like a small office, home, internet cafe. Since LAN is operated in a short area, so it can be controlled and administrated by a single person or organization. While WAN, which is wide area network, as worldwide implies, one wide area network covers a large distance for communication between computers. The Internet itself is the biggest example of WAN, which is covering the entire Earth. WAN is distributed collection of geographically LAN. MAN, which is metropolitan area network, this kind of network is not mostly used, but has its own importance for some government bodies and organizations on larger scale. MAN falls in the middle of LAN and WAN. It covers a large span of physical area than LAN, but smaller than WAN, such as a city. What are the benefits of network computer? Actually, we have more benefits than only those, but we will list only 5 of them. One of the benefits is file sharing. While networks offers a quick and easy way to share files directly. Resource sharing. All computers in the network can use and share the same resource. Just like, for example, in one office, you can find 4 computers, but they are sharing only one printer, or they are sharing only one scanner, and so on. Software sharing, this almost we can find it in the, especially in the server client computers, while the server has a specific software and other clients share the same software. Communication, even outside of the internet, those on network can communicate with each other via email or via other social sites. E-commerce, you can buy, sell goods and services, marketing and doing business through the network. On the other hand, we have some risks of network computing. Those risks such as virus, spyware, worm, and computer hacking. Let us go now to the Internet. The concept of the Internet. The Internet is a global digital infrastructure that connects millions of computers together. It's a global network of network with a cross-platform compatibility using a specific protocol which we call it Internet Protocol, IP, while each computer has a specific IP address. Here we have a brief history of Internet. In the middle of 60s, US Department of Defense provide funding for only 4 US universities. Why? in order to establish a network to allow them to exchange research data. This network was expanded and links were made with other countries. After email was invented, the network became ideal for passing messages to each other, and this became the most common use of the internet. Then, in the early of 90s, the internet was opened up for use by business people and by general public. The idea of WWW was developed as a research project at the European Center for Research into Particle Physics in 1991. Now, in order to open the internet, we have to use some tools. What are the tools? They are called browsers. Browsing the web. Web browser or browser is a tool that you can use in order to access a web page or access a website. The following are examples of browsers. Just like Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Safari, Google Chrome, you can use any one of them in order to access a web page or a website. While accessing a web page or a website, you will face multiple concepts and you have to know about those concepts. For example, Uniform Resource Locator, URL. Also sometimes we call it a web address. The URL of a web address is displayed on the top inside the address bar. Say, for example, this is the Internet Explorer, which is one of the browsers. At the top, we have a box, white box, this one. We call it an address box. Inside address box, we type the URL. So this is the URL. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, the data transfer protocol used on the World Wide Web. It provides a standard for web browser and service to communicate. World Wide Web, WWW, or sometimes we call W3 or simply as a web. It's a system of interlinked hypertext document accessed via the internet. Hypertext markup language, HTML, is the set of markup symbols or codes inserted in a file and then displayed on World Wide Web browser page. So it's a language which we use in order to create web page or a website. Internet Service Provider, ISP, is a company that provides you or provides us, individual and other companies, access to the internet. And in Oman, we have, for example, Oman Mobile, Dowres, which they provide us with the internet service. Browser tools. The figure below shows the main part of the browser Internet Explorer 9. This one, which includes built-in toolbars, has a several toolbar, including the main bar, the favorite or links bar, and the command bar. There is also the status bar, which displays messages such as web pages, download address, and so on. This figure shows, for example, here we have this two button and navigation for the back and forward. Here in this box, we will write the URL. The box itself, we call it an address box. And we have here, this star is a bookmark. Sometimes we call it favorites, and it appears in the main menu as a favorites. This is the menu bar, which includes file, edit, view, and so on. And under the menu bar, this one, we call it a command bar, which has a set of icons in order to easily access the options. So each one of them has the definition, which we already talked about here. What is the bookmark? Actually, bookmark is the place which you save your favorite sites. Say, for example, you are accessing every day your university website, so easily you can type your university website in the address box and keep it in the favorites or in the bookmark place in order to open it whenever you want to go to this site. Browsing history. Suppose you visit a page a few days ago, but you forget to keep it inside the bookmark. You can find the page again by using your history, which is a list of websites you visited. Search bar. Most browsers have a built-in search for performing web search like a Google search engine. This one. In the search engine, you can type whatever you want to search about. You can type one word or more than one word. You can also use some connection between symbols between them in order to have a better result. Print web page. When researching online, there are times that you want to print some web pages. In order to do that, you can select a print from file option. Now let us come to part 4, which is talking about electronic mail. Whenever you want to create an electronic mail or email for yourself, you have to select first the company. After selecting the company, you have to go and sign up. While signing up, you need to give more detail about yourself, like your name, your address, your um, favorite sites, like that. And the most important thing is to create your username and password. How we create, how we write the email. We write the email in this format. First, the username, and then a symbol which is called @ which separates the username from domain name, and then you have the domain name squ.edu.com, for example. The domain name itself is includes 2 or sometimes 3 parts. Now the username, which is located at the left of @ it could be anything. You can put your name or any set of symbols instead of the username. This @ separates between username and the domain, while the domain name usually consists of 2 pieces. Some first piece is the name of the email server. For example, here we have SQU, which is the email server for this email. And the other one is for example, SQU, sorry. The second piece usually has all 3 letters extension, which indicates the top level domain. Now the top level domain extension, it could be .com for commercial, just like Microsoft site. It could be .gov for governmental, just like Manpower site. It could be .edu for educational, just like the SQU University site. And it could be .net for any ISP or network provider, just like the earthlink.net. Now to create an email, select create new account button and then fill in the options here by picking up a name and a password for yourself. Then you can give your birth date, and you can give your gender, language, country, and mobile number. After creating your email, you can insert your username and password, and then open your email. In your email, you will see on the left-hand side this navigator, which includes the inbox. Inbox is the place which consists of your messages or your email, which comes from your friends. It could be as a conversation. A draft, which has the set of emails which while you are typing, you left it and maybe the internet is cut in, maybe you leave it and cancel this message or this email, and so on. Sent includes all the email that you sent to your friends. Spam emails coming from spam companies. Trash all emails which you already deleted. And then there are some folders which you can create them by your own user account in order to keep some emails which is important for your business. Whenever you want to send an email to your friend, now you have to fill in those parts. The first part here, you have to write your message. After writing your message, you need to write in the to place the email of your friend, which you want to send him the email. Say, for example, I am Sally. I'm writing an email to my friend. Uh, Here I should write my friend email address in the to part. And in the CC part, you have to write the address or the email address of somebody which you want to send this email a copy for him. CC means carbon copy, while BCC means blind carbon copy. Blind carbon copy is a recipient that you do not want him to see the other email address. So after writing everything, you have to write the subject also and then click on the send button. In your email, you should have a contact list, which is the place where you save your friend's contact address, like saving your email and some information about them. Now, you can also use Yahoo in order to search inside your email. For example, you already sent an email to your friend, but you don't remember what was the title exactly. You can type your friend name and then you will list all the emails that was between you and your friend, and then you can pick up the missing email or the email that you are looking for. Now, security issues in email. The lack of adequate email security measure can result in unauthorized access of resources, intrusion of viruses, theft of data, or destruction of technology. A personal email account requires a password, which permits only the owner of account to gain the access. How computers are used in different areas of life. Actually, computers nowadays are used everywhere. You can use your computer at home, at work, in the university. When you go to a hospital, you can see computers everywhere. They can take your profile and save it there. When you go to bank, also children also they are using the computers for purpose of education. The risk of personal and organizational data. The need to keep personal information safe is becoming more important every day and every year. As business communication and transaction continue to move online, the risk of having personal information stolen has increased. Websites must take great um, potential to protect this information. The techniques used for protection of personal data is like digital certificate, encryption, decryption, and firewall. What is a digital certificate? Digital certificate is an electronic or identification certificate that establishes your accreditation when doing a business on the web. While encryption is a program which encodes information so that only authorized people can see or can know this information. Encryption software uses a cipher or algorithm to create a select or a secret code. Within the correct key, the encrypted message is unreadable to prying eyes. Decryption is the opposite of encryption. It's a program. The purpose of this program is decoded encrypted message. Firewall, both software and hardware, such as router or similar device. Firewall are typically designed to be an initial line of computer defense. Protected website means that only you and user you granted permission to access it. These are services that will help you and password protection to your website either for free or for fee. How to get a protection from a hacker? Always you have to install an antivirus. You have to input a strong password. Avoid using the same password for all your accounts. Make sure that your wireless network includes a password. Close out all your accounts every time you want to leave. What is the effect of information technology in our life? Actually, information technology nowadays is everywhere. And for IT, the word IT refers to anything related to computer technology, such as networking, hardware, software, and internet, or the people that works with these technologies. Many companies now have IT department. IT department manages the computers, network, and other techniques area for their businesses. IT jobs include computer programming, network administrator, computer engineering, web development, technical support, and many other related occupations. Since we live in the information age, information technology has become a part of our everyday life. This was the end of chapter 6.